Hey guys, it's Brenna with Paisley Barn Design, and I wanted to give you a quick tutorial on how to use this board that you got in your freebie download a little bit better. Like I mentioned in the post, Dana Malstaff's training is amazing, and if you didn't catch that, go back to the post. There's a link in there. It's free, and that's where I really went from hating Trello to loving it. She really teaches some great things in there, and it just really shows a really wide variety of how to set up boards, what to use them for, just to make your life a lot simpler. So after you get your download, your email, it'll take you you'll come up to Trello. If you don't have an account, just create one. It's free. And then you'll have this board in your Trello account. So starting off, I do want to just mention when you are using Trello for the first time, there's tons of you can go to Google Chrome extensions and find all kinds of stuff for Trello. So I have downloaded one, and it normally, if you use it in Safari, they don't have the same extensions, but if you use in Safari, like this right here where it shows the color bar, it's just a color. And so that's an extension that I downloaded that actually shows the label on the colors, because it's hard for me to remember which colors I assigned to what. So the very first thing whenever you open this up is this board is a template. And so what you're going to want to do, the instructions are right here for you to reference, but you'll click over here on show menu and go down to more and hit copy board. And then it's going to pop up over here, and you can title it whatever you want. So if you want to title it your current week, or if you want to change the name, and then you're going to click down here on boards to what board you want it to go to. If you hit none, it's just going to go to your personal board. And so, if you're using it for a current week, that may be a good place to put it. And if you're not really sure, just put it there, and you can always move it. It's no big deal. So copy your board, and then anything that you change, any edits that you make, are going to be on your own account. And so you can customize this for you. So this is how I have my week set up. I've played around with this a lot, and I have fine-tuned it in a way. I'm sure I'll probably change it more, but for now, this is working really well for me. And I really used to be a paper planner type of girl, but I have got so many different things going on at once that it was hard for me. I would make a list here, I'd make a list on my phone, and I'd put something on a paper calendar, I'd put something in my Google calendar, and then nothing was ever in the same place. I never remembered anything. I lost pieces of paper. It was just a mess. So in here, you can, and I plan on doing some more Trello trainings on some of my other boards, but for now, we'll just focus on how to best use this one. So the way that I have this set up is in days, and I changed this like Monday. So I start at the beginning of my week. I get it all set up for the next week. When I have things coming up that I know are going to be like in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever, I just put them over here in this list. I put the date first, the time, what it is, and you can go in this little pencil in the corner. If you click on that, it gives you a menu over here. So you can add a due date if you'd like right off the bat, just in case you happen to forget to stick it on the right day. You'll still get that notification in your email. You can also set it up. You can set up your notifications differently, but that way you have that in there. So you can click the 25th, and you can go in here and put 10 a.m. Okay, so then that has given a time. Now, the thing is with these is that it gives you, I think green is like, it's, just in the future. We can try it. We'll do it with this one. So I'll do the same thing. Go over here to November 15th at 10:15 a.m. Okay, and then save. Okay, so it doesn't give a label. So it changes colors as it gets closer, which kind of helps to see if you're visual like I am. It helps to see that. You can tell just by glancing at it. In other boards especially, it's helpful, so you can kind of see where you're at on due dates and stuff like that. So then what I do, like I just take, this is actually October 25th. So then I take these out of this and I just move it over. I always put my appointments at the top because those are things that are time sensitive and I want to make sure they don't get down on the list and they're right in front so I know what I've got going on for the day. And then I just go through here, like I have set up, my actual board is more built out than this, but I have a schedule where I work different things different days to get them all in the week. So if Monday I was going to work my Etsy shop, then one of the things I do is I come in here and I make a checklist. You can name it if you want. I don't usually because I just don't, but and you can put in here like if you want to make sure that you ship on that day and you want to do proofs or whatever it would be that would pertain to that specific task, then you have a checklist and you can check those things off. If it's something that you're going to repeat more than one day a week, then you can just go and you can just copy it, move it to whatever day you want and whatever position. Those can be changed because you can just go in and just drag them around. So you could move it up to the top if you wanted to. So that's how I do that. And keep things kind of in order. Then on my personal stuff, I label that differently. And I have those usually, I have Tuesdays and Thursdays, the girls go to school and daycare. So I have those in there and they just always stay the same. I don't ever take them out. But once I go through the week, I have them all laid out in the order of the days. But after that day's over, I just move it down. I go in and I change the date here. And so that way it's just a like revolving week. And when that pops back up, then I clear off whatever's on here that may not pertain to that day next week. And so then my next day is always front of the line. And I have a full week then that I can keep track of at one time. The other thing that this is something I've played around with. I have a to-do list over here and I do keep that on my board and it's kind of just like an ongoing to-do list. I've done it where like I'll name my checklist like for the month or just the week. And so then as I find my debit card, because I always lose it, you can do hide completed items so that everything is off of there. It's not cluttered up. But what I have started doing is on those days, which this is where I think the biggest thing for me that I was having such a hard time with is remembering everything when I'd have things come up or I'd think of something that I knew I needed to do. It was really hard for me to keep track of all that stuff. So I have the app on my phone, which is awesome. And you can just add your card. And if there's something that you need to do, like, go to the grocery store or whatever it might be, you can just add that in there. Then on your grocery store, you can go in, you can add a checklist. And then as you think of things, you can, write in what it is that you need to get. And then you have that on your phone as well with the app, and you can just have it at the store and know what you need to get at the store. So instead of doing a to-do list, I have recently just more been adding a new card. It can be a little, repetitive. If I don't get something done, I just move it to the next day or move it, to the next day that I need to get it done by. But for me, I really like to be able to see it all laid out instead of having to go into a checklist. And it also allows me to add in, connect other boards to each card. And how you do that is you go in and down here in the comments, this little icon here is for the boards. So you can go and you can search them. So let's say I was going to, I wanted to connect this because I have orders, add link as attachment, and then it will attach it up to the top. And this is new where they've actually given the picture of that card, which is super helpful to me. And so that way, if I know I'm going to be for Etsy, I need to make sure that these outstanding orders, that I check those and make sure everything's good there. I can just click on that. I don't have to go search for it and find it and forget what I was doing. Everything can all be tied together that you need to have in one place, which was the big thing for me, was everything was in 7,000 places. So in the blog post, I mentioned this, so I'll show you this real quick. Trello has what's called power-ups. And again, if you go to the Trello training that I linked to, it goes into a lot more details about this. And so it'll be super helpful. But you can do, they're called power-ups. And with the free account, you get one power-up per board. And you can have different power-ups on different boards. You're not stuck to like one power-up. If you pick one on one board, you have to use it across everything. So down here they have a calendar, and you can click enable. And then when I found this, I was just like life-changing, because you put things in your board here. And so what it looks like, I'll just show you real quick so you can see. Anything you've put a date on is going to show up in the calendar. So you can click over, you can do it by week, you can do it by month. And so you can get a view of what you have going on in the month right here in Trello. And I don't know, when I first found this, I was thinking, integrated marketing planning, campaigns. I have an integrated marketing board. And so I can put dates in on all that, sales that I'm running, whatever it is, and I can see all of it in one place, which is super helpful. So, but you can sync it to your calendar. And so you would just use iCalendar feed, which I know works with Google Calendar, and then you can just Google that, how to add an iCalendar feed if you don't know. But it's just a link, and you copy that, you put it in your calendar, and then it syncs your calendar. So anything you put in here is going to show up on your calendar on your phone or on your computer, with Google Calendar. And so it truly makes everything intuitive and just working together so that you can have everything in one place, and what's easy for you to just access without having to track a bunch of stuff down. So I think that pretty well. I'm going to make sure there wasn't anything else I was wanting to cover. Yeah, that pretty well covers it. So if you have any questions, feel free to hit reply on that email where you got your freebie and ask, and I'll do my best to answer your questions, or at least direct you to somewhere that I have learned from that I think would be helpful to you for what you're needing. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll be talking to you guys again soon.